After a misunderstanding, I once became a chauffeur for one of the Jackson 5.
David Mitchell.
All right. Which one of the Jackson 5?
Jermaine.
Oh, that's a shame.
So, why were you accidentally a chauffeur?
Well, I was at an event. There were lots of celebrities there. It was at a huge venue in Leicester Square. I was with my best friend's husband.
Oh, that's very broad-minded.
You're at the event. What's the misunderstanding?
Well, this very flustered sort of PR type came up to me and said, "Oh, I've got a terrible dilemma. One of my clients' car isn't here. And do you have a car?" And I said, "Yes, do." She said, "Could you possibly drop my client off on your way home?" But when I said to her, "Yes, I do have a car," she thought I meant a chauffeur-driven car. But I have my own car round the corner. So I said, "Well, I'll just go and get it and sort it."
And what sort of car did you bring?
It was a Saab.
It's a nice car, a Saab.
Yeah.
Saabs are nice.
It's not the sort of car that you'd expect to be sort of sent for a pop star to be driven away in, though.
No.
So it's good. It's visually incongruous, but still a quality piece of Swedish engineering.
Which is exactly what I said to Jermaine.
So you pull up outside, and out comes Jermaine Jackson.
With his wife.
Yes.
Oh, right. So now this is quite cramped for a Saab.
What state was your car in? I mean...
Not good. Bird feces on the windscreen. And just like a mess inside.
Really? Yeah. And how did he react when he got in?
Oh, he was very kind of polite. It was a bit like taking a child to nursery in many ways.
In what way?
Well, he just seemed to be going...
So how dirty was your car?
And there were lots of paps around. So there were, like, 3 paps on the bonnet of my car.
No.
There were, like, trying to obviously not get my best friend's friend Roland's picture. And...
So in the papers the next day, who is the mystery man with Joe Brand and Mr. and Mrs. Jermaine Jackson?
Just while we're here, very quickly...
Yeah.
One of the dads from my daughter's primary school, he came out of a restaurant at the same time as Barry Manilow a few years ago, and they were papped, and his picture went all the way around the world as Barry Manilow's new husband. So brilliant.
What are you thinking, Lucy? Does this strike you as true?
I'm going to go lie.
Why?
There are a few elements. Driving to Leicester Square, one of them.
That's a very good point. Who the heck drives to Leicester Square?
I had a question about that. Where were you parked?
Yes.
It's always about the admin with David. If this is true, she's been telling this anecdote for years, and no one's ever gone, "Where did you park?"
That's because previously she wasn't in a context where people were going to go, "I think you're lying." They were just happy to enjoy the anecdote. Whereas the situation I've been put in is I have to decide whether or not it's true, which means I have to break social convention to a certain extent and be more sceptical about the anecdote than I would be at, say, a party. So, Joe, I ask you again. On the occasion when you picked up Jermaine Jackson from a large venue in Leicester Square, where did you go to fetch your car from? You must remember that walk. You're leaving the event, you're going with your
Do you know
friend's
what, David?
husband.
I disagree.
You're
I
going
think
with
if you
your
were at a
friend's
party,
husband.
you would talk like this.
Yeah. Well, I've never been invited to a party, so I'll never know. You must remember where it was parked.
Well, I don't.
So what do you think, then, Joe? Is this true?
No, I think it's not.
I think it's a lie.
Yeah.
I don't just for...
Lucy thinks it's a lie.
Yeah.
OK, we'll go lie. We'll go lie.
You're saying it's a lie?
Yes.
OK. Joe, truth or lie?
It is True.